Hello and welcome. Feeling overwhelmed about how to do citations? This video walks you through creating a detailed citation for your APA references list. Paired with an in-text citation in your paper, wherever you relate information from the source, this citation method will help you avoid plagiarism. However, there are many more format and style rules for APA than we can address in this video. Visit our friendly library staff for help crafting a citation which earns an A. An APA detailed citation is made up of 4 categories of information called elements. The 4 elements of APA are author, date, title, and source. Each element may contain several items of information based on the type of source being cited. If further description of an element is needed, it may be stated briefly in square bracketed text. We will walk through the 4 elements and what goes into them one by one. I will create a citation from this database article as we go, as an example. Have your own source ready and follow along, filling in each element as appropriate for your citation situation. The first element is author. This is the creator of the source. The author's name can usually be found on the title page of a book, on the pages of an article in a print journal or magazine, or on the info page for the article if it is found in a database. On a web page, if the author is given, the name usually appears at the beginning or end of the text you are citing. List the author by last name, comma, and first and middle initials. If the work has 2 authors, list them both in the format just described, and separate them with a comma followed by an ampersand, the and symbol. For a work with 3 to 20 authors, list all authors by last name, comma, and initials, separating all names with commas. The very last name will be separated by an ampersand. For a source with more than 20 authors, list the first 19 authors in the same style indicated before, each followed by a comma. Follow with an ellipsis and the final author credited in the source. If no author is given, begin the citation with the source's title. Follow with the date element and move on to source. Follow the font and capitalization rules given for the title element. My source has just 1 author, so I list her by last name and first initial. Follow the author element with a period. The second element is date. The date of publication can usually be found in a book on the back of the title page and a copyright statement. You will find it on the pages of an article or on the cover of a magazine or journal that contains it, or on the information page for the article in a database. It usually appears before or after the text on a web page, or if not, you can use the copyright date of the website if available. Provide the publication date here in parentheses. This is usually only the publication year. For more exact dates, format as year, comma, month and day, or year, comma, season, depending on what is given in your source. If no date is available, this element is presented as N period D period in parentheses. My source gives year and season, so my date element looks like this. End this element with a period. The third element is title. Give the title of the source or skip this element if you've already given this information in place of the author element. If the source is part of a larger work, such as a section of a book, a reference entry, or a journal or magazine article, type it in sentence case. This means that only the first word and proper names are capitalized, as with an ordinary sentence. First words after colons are also capitalized. Freestanding sources, such as books and reports, are also in sentence case, but also italicized. Titles of periodicals, such as newspapers, magazines, and academic journals, are italicized in title case, meaning first words, all proper names and important words, are capitalized. Titles of web pages are italicized in sentence case. Entire websites are unitalicized in title case. Do not put the title in quotation marks. All the same capitalization rules will also apply to the next element, source. If no title is given, use a brief but informative description of the source in place of a title in square brackets. My source is an article, so the title element is in sentence case in my citation. Follow the title element with a period. The final element is source. This refers to the larger work that contains the item you listed in the title element if it does not stand alone. This includes reference books, anthologies, magazines, newspapers, academic journals, and websites. If the item is a book or report, whether it is self-contained or a source element, present any further information given in the source, such as edition or volume number in parentheses followed by a period. Then give the publisher's name in title case, unitalicized. If the source is a periodical, such as a newspaper, magazine, or academic journal, italicize the name of the publication and present it in title case. After a comma, present volume number in italics and issue number unitalicized in parentheses. If there is a page number or page range, provide this after the final comma and follow that with a period. My source element is an academic journal, so it is italicized in title case in my citation. I follow the journal name with volume and issue numbers and page range. If your source came from a database, do not give the database name unless the information only exists on that specific database. In most cases, articles found in academic databases such as ProQuest, Academic Search Complete, or JSTOR can be found in other locations, so the database is not listed in the citation. A database such as ONET will be listed in an APA citation, however, since the database contains exclusive content that could not be found anywhere else. My journal article was found in JSTOR, so I do not need to include the database. Follow all source information provided so far with a period. If the source has a URL and is unarchived and likely or meant to change, provide a retrieval statement. Type retrieved, followed by the date and month, date, year format, and then from, followed by the URL. The DOI, or URL, is the final detail you need to include, if it's necessary for location of the source. Academic articles should always include DOI if available. My journal article gives a DOI, so I include it at the end of my source element. Do not put a period after DOI or URL. There you have it. You have completed your detailed citation in APA format. Present your detailed citations in hanging indent, meaning the first line is flush left and all following lines are indented by a ½ inch. Repeat this walkthrough process for each source you cite. Put all detailed citations on your reference list in alphabetical order by the first entry of each citation. Keep in mind you can have multiple in-text citations which refer to a single detailed citation. You should only provide one detailed citation for each source. This has been a brief, basic walkthrough of how to create detailed citations in APA and avoid plagiarizing. There are many more rules to APA than we have room to detail in this video. Please contact our friendly library staff for more complete instruction in APA citation style. We're happy to help.